and the need to express that anger. She talked about George Floyd and Anissa Scott and Tony Robinson in addition to Jacob Blake, but she said a protest has purpose, and she denounced the destruction of property in the name of protesting.
She's asking people not to derail this continuation of the civil rights movement.
That's right, and Mayor Conway said that the city honors First Amendment rights and the right to peacefully protest, but the mayor said she draws the line at arson, destruction of property, and anything that puts people's lives at risk. And all of the Madison city leaders who addressed this news conference this afternoon appealed for calm. The fire chief, Steve Davis, said he's asking that things settle down now. We're going to take a quick break. We'll recap everything coming up on Live at 4 right after this. Stay with us.
It's time for back to school, so get to Rogan's today for styles your kids will love. Plus, save the receipt and the next pair is half price. Back to school savings gets an A+ at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
My mom is 81, and I worry about her. So I went online and found the new Lively Mobile Plus from Great Call. If she ever needs help, she can just press the button. And with the Great Call Link app, I'll get an alert right on my smartphone if she does contact 5-Star.
With the fastest call response time, they'll assess your situation, confirm your location, and send you the help you need.
Plans as low as $24.99 a month with the first month free. AARP members get an exclusive discount on select plans.
This car since you were 8 policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Scranton is a long way from Wall Street. You won't find skyscrapers or big city bankers, just hard-working people. That's where Joe Biden's story starts. It's why he's running for president, for the backbone of this nation, working families. Donald Trump, he's in it for himself and his wealthy friends. In this crisis, we need to help workers and small businesses, and we need a president who will build back better.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Keep your family safe with Kidde Home Safety Products from Menards. Protect your family with smoke and carbon monoxide alarms or fire extinguishers for the whole house. Save with 11% off all Kidde Home Safety Products. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out. Choose from our great selection of stock doors or design your door for free in-store or online with our door designer. Save with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
I kept my receipt from last time I came to Rogan's to save even more on back to school for my kids. The shoes I'm getting today are half price. I get the best savings for my family at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Welcome back to this special edition of Live at 4. We had just heard from Madison Mayor Satya Rose Conway and other city leaders after protests last night turned destructive.
The sound of brooms sweeping shattered glass has been very common today along the sidewalks of downtown Madison. All afternoon, business owners and employees cleaned and also prepared for more possible protests to come.
Our Jamie Perez asked how those people are feeling about a task that's been necessary a lot this summer in the capital city. Jamie.
Well, this is just one of the areas where earlier today you could see some of the damage that was left from those events last night. There were broken windows, shattered glass, and now most of this area is boarded up along with the rest of these stores here downtown. And this is what it looked like all around Capitol Square today. Business owners that I spoke with offered some mixed reactions to the protests and the damage. There was frustration, understanding, and a sense that there could be more to come.
It takes away from the true message of what's trying to change, which is a shame, because the message is a good message, and it's the right message, but this is the wrong way to go about it by vandalizing businesses.
I would welcome the sight of broken glass, broken bottles, vandalism, as opposed to seeing another person being killed at the hands of the police.
Now, they, just like the rest of the community, all have different opinions on what's right, what's wrong, and how to solve the division that we have been seeing all over. But business owners did find some common ground, and those were to solve systemic racism, and they're condemning the excessive use of force by police. Now, coming up tonight at 5, we're going to hear from these business owners about their vision of how we can come together going forward.
Jamie Perez reporting live from downtown Madison. We'll see you at 5. Governor Tony Evers declared a state of emergency in Wisconsin after last night's destruction. 250 National Guard members will be in Kenosha tonight. That's more than last night when some demonstrators lit buildings on fire and damaged other property. In a statement, Governor Evers said the Guard will not be used to prevent peaceful protests. They will protect and support local law enforcement and the Kenosha Fire Department. Over Twitter, Evers responded to the demonstrations both here and in Kenosha. He said this afternoon he respects the ability to exercise First Amendment rights, but, quote, there remains a line between peaceful assembly and what we saw last night that puts individuals, families, and businesses in danger.
There wasn't a huge gap between when protesters went home overnight and when more gathered in Madison this afternoon. About 100 people met up near the Capitol at the top of State Street around 12:30. They're making some demands of the city, specifically to defund the police by 40% and put that money back into the community. Eventually, their goal is to get rid of law enforcement as a whole. Andre Russell says he doesn't expect the mayor to give protesters the response they want to hear. Russell says they're at war with the government.
It's pretty simple that, the city of Madison has stolen a lot more than we could ever loot, and that's all that it comes down to.
Protesters encouraged others to come out at night because they say they feel stronger in a large group during that time of the day. We've been following developments ever since the beginning of Mayor Rhodes Conway's press conference earlier this afternoon.
We want to go live now to our Gabriella Becerra, who was at that news conference and has more on what we learned. Gabby.
Hi, Mark and Susan. The Madison fire chief says the destruction he saw last night is some of the worst fire and arson damage he's seen in this city since he started in the business. Now, Madison Fire asked for the police to use chemical agents at a point last night when they needed the crowd to be dispersed so that they could keep arson from happening. The fire chief said that they had reached if that had reached an explosion, it would have been threatening to the people in the area. Now, both departments are preparing for another night of civil unrest, but city leaders are asking that the destruction comes to an end and continue to protest their message peacefully.
I am asking you today, and I will ask you tomorrow and the next day, not to derail the movement by changing the focus from what was destroyed last night. That's what we're talking about today, instead of how we can break down the walls. Thank you.
The fire chief said they've spent the day reaching out to businesses downtown and in the area to reduce trash buildup because of flammability, and they're also asking people to secure gas cans that may be laying around tonight. And again, they're preparing both departments for what could be another night of civil unrest, but they're asking that people stay home or protest their message peacefully.
Gabriella Becerra live at the City County building. Gabby, thank you. Jacob Blake's family held a press conference as well this afternoon after announcing that he is now paralyzed from the waist down.
They say doctors don't know yet if it's permanent, but they are praying he makes a full recovery. Amanda Quintana is here with what the family is saying today. Amanda.
Jacob Blake's father, also named Jacob Blake, shared his condition this morning. They say he is fighting for his life. Today, Blake's whole family prayed for both his healing and the healing of our nation. We got an update on his condition from attorneys. They say at least one bullet went through his spinal cord. Bullets made holes in his stomach, did damage to his liver and kidney, and his colon and small intestines had to be removed.
They shot my son 7 times. 7 times. Like he didn't matter. But my son matters. He's a human being, and he matters.
Jacob's mother spoke about the damage she saw in Kenosha today, saying her son would not be pleased with the violence and destruction, and the damage doesn't reflect her son or her family. She says to do Jacob justice, examine your heart. She says the United States hasn't really been united, and we need to show the world how people are supposed to treat each other. We'll bring you more on what the family's attorneys are fighting for at 5 o'clock.
We'll see you then, Amanda. Thank you. We'll continue following the latest developments as they come to us. Stay with News 3 Now and Channel 3000 for all of the latest.
To weather now, another hot and sticky day today. These ducks have the right idea.
Having a little lunch there in Verona?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess Fitchburg this is.
That's right, and the little park just off Post Road. The weather words, I don't know, did we get the weather? We forgot the weather words today.
I bet it's something like it's going to stay hot. Let's put it there.
You're not wrong. We're certainly staying hot. A pool is likely where you're going to be able to find me as we go through the next couple of days. That is when I'm not right here at work, sharing the weather with you guys. We did see some showers and thunderstorms towards the northeast of Madison earlier. Those have since moved away and faded, so that's certainly some positive news for us. But we've seen the showers and thunderstorms, and we finally got a little bit of rainfall around here. We all know that we certainly need it. We're at 87 right now. Winds are out of the south at 10 miles per hour. Those dew points are into the low 70s. 90 in Janesville right now. Boscobel coming in at 95. La Crosse is at 96. And then you have those dew points that are into the lower 70s and upper 60s. So your clothing is certainly sticking to you as you begin to step outside. Heat indices are up around 100 in some parts. It feels like 93 here in Madison. A little cooler towards the north and east. Look for temperatures gradually starting to cool off, but we are still in the upper 70s by 8 o'clock, 75 by 10, and then eventually we'll see those overnight lows falling down to about 71. But there are more storm chances in the forecasts, along with greater heat as well. We'll be talking about all of that in further detail a little bit closer to 4:30. Traffic-wise, things are looking good for us right now. Let's hope to keep it that way. We'll watch that traffic closer to 4:45.
All right, Chris, we'll see you then. Thank you so much. We'll be hearing more from the Trump family tonight during the second night of the Republican National Convention.
We'll be hearing from more of the Trump family. I guess we just said that. Last night we saw a mixture of stoking fear in a Biden presidency and hope the Republicans feel with President Donald Trump. We have more on the first night of the convention. Here's Amy Reed.
Yeah, we can expect more of that tonight, Mark. More of that sort of talking about Trump, talking about him being a law and order president. They're doing that by pointing to cities like Portland, even Wisconsin, blaming people's actions on Democrats. Former ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, was one of the few speakers that talked about the hope and opportunity.
I think they absolutely started it last night. I mean, talking about how the country is a work in progress, and we have to continue to build on that progress. You know, whether it is trying to overcome COVID, whether it's trying to fight off China and Iran, whether it's trying to continue to build our economy back up to where President Trump had it before COVID hit.
Now, tonight we're going to hear from a few of the Trump children, as well as First Lady Melania Trump. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is set to make his address from Jerusalem. We're also going to hear from Senator Rand Paul. Tonight, just like last night, things will start around 7:30 our time. CBS will pick up the final hour starting at 9, and tonight at 10. I'll show you the highlights.
All right. Thank you, Amy. To our coronavirus headlines now, more than 550 people have tested positive for COVID-19 in the last day or so. That's bringing the lifetime total to more than 71,000 people. Sadly, 9 more people have died, bringing that total to nearly 1,100. Well, still to come at 4, unemployment is at record highs. The economy collapsed in the second quarter, and yet the stock market continues to set records.
What's going on with the market, and is a correction around the corner? We'll get some answers from Moses Altsek from UW-Madison's Business School when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $346 per month lease on Nissan Rogue.
My dog wants a yard.
Love it.
And another dog.
Have you looked at houses yet?
Not yet.
But that's good.
I learned from Summit that it's better to start with a pre-approval anyway.
Right. Yeah. You can decide how much you're comfortable paying each month and then back into your price range.
Oh, and start putting the difference between your rent and your future mortgage into savings.
With Summit Credit Union, you might be more ready than you think.
I think it's great. Summit helps people build confidence and knowledge to move forward. It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? With the Pick and Save app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales and rewards like fuel points, all for prices that are lower than the everyday low. So go ahead, get lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Comfort Services, buy one air conditioner and get one gas furnace for only $1,000. BOGOs are back, and it's a beautiful thing.
I like to drive. I used to think I was a pretty good driver.
But now, Joe Biden's taken a sharp left turn. Buckle up for his $4 trillion tax hike. Biden's plan raises taxes on small business, reversing the recovery. He's pledged to eliminate blue-collar oil and gas jobs. And analysts estimate stocks would crash up to 25% if Biden takes the wheel, crushing your retirement.
This is just bold.
Hit the brakes on Biden. He'll wreck our economy. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Selling a home is expensive and stressful, so we set out to create a better home selling experience with a network of the most successful real estate agents in America that'll sell your home for as little as a 2% commission.
The icing on the cake with the Ideal Agent was that we saved $12,000 in commission.
They were so stress-free. The whole process was amazing, and I would definitely recommend them.
We are not a discount brokerage. These are top local agents that'll get you the best results.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy non-stop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $273 per month lease on Nissan Sentra.
With an all-virtual start for nearly every student in Dane County this fall, lots of parents are left scrambling to figure out how to juggle work and learn from home.
So we wanted to highlight what some of the area's largest employers are doing to help those parents out. American Family Insurance has answered the call for help. Of its 13,000 employees, only 300 are in the office these days. The hallways are virtually empty everywhere you look, and it's going to stay that way for quite some time. Vice President of HR, Jim St. Vincent, says the company has always prioritized flexibility, and a couple of weeks ago, when school plans started to materialize, listening also became AmFam's priority.
We didn't want to assume we knew. In fact, we've encouraged every leader in the company to have personal conversations with every employee and ask 3 simple questions. So, how are you doing? What are your challenges balancing family responsibilities with your work? And how can we help?
Well, and here's how they're doing just that. AmFam created 8 different focus groups, full-time teams that are designed to help parents transition from work to home.
The company is recommitting to flexibility, letting folks change the length of their work week to, for example, just 4 days or even their hours, so parents can pick when they clock in and out to line up with their family's needs. If you need a day to help kids with schoolwork, so be it. Start early or start late. And just last week, AmFam launched drop-in Zoom sessions to answer parents' questions and go over its benefits and wellness programs.
Those were so popular, by the way, they filled up, so they're continuing them into the fall.
It was a mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials gave up 60 points, closing at 28,248. The NASDAQ gained 86. The S&P 500 was up 12. Both set record high closes. As the country struggles to rid itself of the pandemic, many people are left wondering, why are stocks doing so well?
Moses Altsek from the UW-Madison School of Business joins us now to talk about that and other issues. Hi, Moses.
Hi, Moses.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, how are you?
We're great.
We're well. Appreciate you joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
So what is going on with the stock market?
Well, I know it may come as a surprise. In fact, it's a little surprising, to me on the surface as well, in the sense that I expected this rebound to come a little bit later. But, the truth is the economy is actually doing better than we might have expected. To a large extent, that's thanks to the stimulus money that really made a difference for a lot of businesses. Wonderful things happen when Republicans and Democrats work together. So that really helps. And even though some industries and some folks have been hit really hard, lost their jobs, and are really struggling, if you kept your job and are working from home, chances are you're saving an awful lot of money on childcare, on eating out, on your summer vacation, and people have some disposable income, so consumer spending has actually, gone up, a lot. Take into account that tech stocks, and boy, is that going gangbusters. They account for a large portion of these indices, and all of that is really contributing to the, to the stock market, being pretty high.
Can this continue, or is there a bubble going to burst?
Well, that really depends. The stock market doesn't just consider where we are today. It considers what the expectations may be for 6 to 12 months out. So we're pretty optimistic about a vaccine. We're pretty optimistic about a cure or medicine for the coronavirus and the recovery schedule. And it's possible that if that timetable is overly optimistic, or if, as some people expect, the fall to be a little rougher as people venture out, schools reopen and whatnot, and infections climb again, it's possible for the stock market to retract again. So this is not necessarily permanent. It really depends on how the recovery goes in the fall.
Is this a good time for the average investor to get into the market?
Well, I don't know, but we had a golden opportunity when the market tanked earlier this year, right? I think that in the long run, the stock market is a pretty safe bet. And the funny thing is, we tend to think of Wall Street versus Main Street, and we think of a big divide there. But the truth is that the average person is already invested in the stock market. My 401k plan and yours is invested in the stock market, and a lot of endowments for the arts and museums and universities. And, a lot of cultural institutions. A lot of things that we care about that are part of the fabric of our community and our personal retirement savings are in fact invested in the stock market. So everybody should be happy when the stock market is going up. It's not just a few very wealthy people who benefit, it's all of us.
Speaking of going back to school, you are starting in classes, in person classes next week. What precautions are you taking?
Yeah, in fact, I'm excited about that. I tell you, I have about 40 students per class. We've been moved to a classroom that holds 450. I mean, talk about social distancing. Masks are required. Anybody shows up without a mask, they're out of there. And I'm going to enforce it, and I hope everybody does. There's going to be hand sanitizer. There's going to be face shields. I think the university is doing it responsibly, and it's offering options for students who may be reluctant to do this, to take classes that are fully online or in a hybrid format. So I think the university has worked really hard to combine offering the best experience for the students, but also to mind the long-term sustainability of our great university. And I think both of those really benefit everyone involved. We can't control everyone's behavior outside of class, of course, and I hope people are responsible. I think the students are dying to get back into class, and they can't wait, and they miss it. If they behave responsibly outside of class, we're gonna make it through the semester. And if not, the chancellor said she's ready to shut it down if it becomes necessary. And I think the university has done everything possible to do it safe.
Oh, that's reassuring to hear.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yes.
All right, Moses, thank you for your time. We'll see you soon.
Great to see you. See you again soon.
It's my pleasure. Take care.
Coastal Louisiana and Texas are bracing for Hurricane Laura.
We'll have the latest from the tropics along with Chris's first warn forecast a little later on Live at 4.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour. There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus. I'm releasing a plan to save lives in the months ahead. We need increased federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. We absolutely need a clear message from the very top of our federal government that everyone needs to wear a mask in public. Every single frontline worker should have the personal protective equipment that they need to be safe. We need to support schools and child care programs so parents, if and when they can return to work, are confident that their children will be safe and cared for. And finally, we need to protect the populations most at risk, our seniors, vulnerable populations with pre-existing conditions. We need real plans, real guidelines with uniform nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Take a look at this. After a wild ride, this smoking wheel finally comes to a rest in the front yard of this Ohio home. Let's take another look. The tire manages to stay upright after falling off a vehicle driving down the road. It speeds across the lawn, breaking a pillar on the patio, smashing into the front door, even sets off the doorbell. Moments later, a rather perplexed person walks into the shot, clearly unaware of just what happened. The poster of the video claims the wheel was moving at 65 miles an hour when it hit the house.
Well, thank goodness nobody was on the porch.
What is this smoking tire doing in my front yard?
Yeah, but where did it come from?
Off of a car.
Well, really, Mark?
Wow. I don't know. Details are sketchy.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. No. All right, well, nobody's hurt. You're right.
All right, man.
All right, this heat is hurting me.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the smoke coming off that tire made me think of the forecast a little bit. Things are certainly sizzling outside. We may add a little bit of water, though, to that forecast. We all need it. It's coming up after the break.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
How is it possible we are here again? Of course, our fellow citizens who are black would ask, how is it possible anyone would think we wouldn't be here again? It seemed like everything had finally changed, but in fact, everything has not. Not yet. But it's hard to believe that another black man has been shot by a police officer in the back. As this is being written, Jacob Blake is still alive. I hope that is still true as you hear it, and a week from now, and a year from now, because Jacob Blake's life matters. But in addition to Jacob Blake surviving, we must also hope response is swift and meaningful, that reforms are required and enacted, that protests are powerful, cathartic, and peaceful, because this cannot happen again. Can it?
Hey, you guys gonna get started? We're just waiting for the activation fee. But I already paid for the day. Yeah, and then it's $100 to activate us. Activate you? Mm-hmm. What are you, a cyborg?
It's crazy to charge people for things they already bought.
I'm gonna get my wallet.
That's why at US Cellular, we speak fair and never charge activation fees. Switch to US Cellular and get $700 off the latest smartphones with no activation fee. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Packer scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery can turn into all sorts of fun things. Like 2 club-level seats to every Packers home game for the next 2 years. Just by mailing in $5 of non-winning Packers scratch games to enter the bonus drawing. Or there's a chance to instantly win cash prizes. Packers scratch games. Watch the excitement unfold.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me? It's a facelift in a jar.
The people you're watching have just seen themselves in the mirror for the first time since we applied Plexiderm to their problem areas. And this Labor Day, we invite you to turn back your visual clock with Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes. In fact, if you visit plexidermtrial.com, you can see real people apply Plexiderm and watch as their under-eye bags and wrinkles visibly disappear in just minutes.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. Plexiderm makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Amazing.
So look your best this Labor Day. Try Plexiderm today for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Scranton is a long way from Wall Street. You won't find skyscrapers or big city bankers, just hard-working people. That's where Joe Biden's story starts. It's why he's running for president, for the backbone of this nation, working families. Donald Trump, he's in it for himself and his wealthy friends. In this crisis, we need to help workers and small businesses, and we need a president who will build back better.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we had some showers of thunderstorms earlier throughout the area. We've been watching things closely. Most of that has been further off towards the north and east. But you know what, folks? This is actually quite fun. I just realized I pulled up the wrong show for you all. So let me pull up the actual main weather segment because I've got some stuff that I definitely want to make sure that we talk about. One of those being the alert days that we have in the forecast. One for Wednesday, one for Thursday. Even today was an alert day with some of that heat we had out there. Still, heat advisories are in effect until 7 o'clock as you work your way mainly towards the west. So areas north and west and southwest of Lone Rock will still have that for at least a couple more hours. But check out the heat indices out there right now. Still the driftless region picking up heat indices upwards around 100 degrees in Boscobel. Same for La Crosse. It feels like 93 for us right here in Madison. Actual air temperatures, look at the haze out there. Actual air temperatures are up around 87. Then the other thing we're going to be watching is that chance for showers of thunderstorms. While they're ending for today, we're watching a few thunderstorms towards the north tomorrow. Some of those could be strong. Then for Thursday, showers of thunderstorms developing. We're already keeping an eye on the severe weather potential moving into Thursday. Here's the setup right now. A warm front has gradually lifted towards the north and east. And oddly enough, this is what helped create some of those showers and thunderstorms towards our north and east today. They were right along where that warm front is, but now we're starting to lose some of the instability and the forcing to create thunderstorms. so we're relaxing. We're starting to clear out, and showers and thunderstorms begin to move away. Overnight tonight, we're cooling down to about 71 degrees. We're keeping those winds out of the south. We are staying incredibly humid. 92 tomorrow. With the humidity, it'll feel like 95 to 100. So another incredibly warm day tomorrow. 72 tomorrow night. Watch what happens in the Thursday. You see these winds trying to come out of the north. This right in here is a cold front that arrives on Thursday, bringing with it not only cooler temperatures, yeah, check that, as temperatures begin to dip below normal, but it also brings us a better chance for rain and that extended forecast. So this is the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook that does not want to load for you. Here's the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Neither one of those want to load, but I'll tell you what, we're talking below normal temperatures and above normal precipitation perhaps in that extended forecast. That is what we like to see. Rain chances come our direction Thursday night, throughout the day on Friday. This weekend is beautiful. More rain chances arrive for Monday and Tuesday next week. Check out more days in the 70s.
It's too hot. The graphics are stuck.
I know. The graphics gave up too.
It's
kind of like the trees.
We're all giving up.
I know.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
Tropical storm Laura is now a hurricane expected to bring ferocious winds and deadly flooding as it approaches the U.S. coastline in the Gulf.
Janet Shamlian reports from Houston, Texas, where officials are asking residents to prepare.
Thousands of people are evacuating the Texas and Louisiana coast as Laura approaches, gathering strength along the way.
We have only a few more hours for people to make sure they take the action that is needed to ensure their safety and the safety of their property.
Residents are streaming out of Galveston as warnings become more dire.
We've got water and we've got food, so I think we're set.
Forecasters are predicting a Category 3 hurricane when Laura makes landfall late Wednesday or early Thursday, with winds around 115 miles per hour.
It's going to be a wind event, there's no question.
Galveston Emergency Management is warning those who don't evacuate will be on their own.
The conditions that make it unsafe for you to be there make it unsafe for us to try to rescue you.
Along with ferocious winds, the storm is expected to whip up a potentially treacherous storm surge. New Orleans is boarded up, and Plaquemines Parish shelters are filling, with social distancing rules in place.
And we're going to stay until they say it's safe to go back home.
In Houston, officials are tracking the storm's path as the fire department prepares high-water rescue vehicles.
This is a serious event, and we need to take it seriously.
Still recovering from the hard lessons of Hurricane Harvey 3 years ago, this time, the city is determined to prepare for the worst. Janet Shamlian, CBS News, Houston.
Well, at this point, forecasters expect the storm to subside, hopefully, by Friday morning.
This could be a bad one. All right, we'll be right back.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. Right now, our entire store is buy one, get one free on all frames and lenses. Plus, kids get a free eye exam for back to school. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com.
Let us help you create your family's recipe for health. SSM Health and News 3 Now are making it easy by putting all the ingredients right at your fingertips. With topics like healthy habits, nutrition, and mental well-being, there's something for everyone. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page for advice from SSM Health experts.
And catch fresh and informative reports on News 3 Now.
Take Time for Kids with SSM Health and News 3 Now.
Now I get to make a difference in people's lives the way that the nurses that took care of my grandma made a difference in her life.
Now is the time to change your life. Herzing University makes it possible without leaving home. Herzing offers dozens of online degrees in nursing, healthcare, IT, and business. Start studying online and take the first step toward a new career.
I'm an ICU nurse.
I'm possible at Herzing.
The coronavirus has forced the government to take extensive actions, making this the most opportunistic time for you to finally restructure or even resolve your tax debt with the IRS. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, have unfiled tax returns, and are experiencing hardships because of the impact of COVID-19, you could qualify for more aggressive resolution plans with the IRS. National Tax Experts has specialists ready to help you determine your eligibility for these programs. Act now before it's too late.
Call 1-800-392-6331.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows. feeling extremely sad and disinterested? Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
Stanton Optical is always here for you with our safe telehealth technology. You can just walk in for an eye exam whenever you need one. Right now, our entire store is buy one, get one free on all frames and lenses. Plus, kids get a free eye exam for back to school. Find your nearest store at StantonOptical.com.
It looks hot, doesn't it?
It does. That's where you want to be, though, today.
Yeah, hot and hazy, humid afternoon in downtown Madison, the Memorial Union Terrace. With scientists around the world racing to develop coronavirus vaccines, a new report says the Trump administration is considering emergency use authorization of a vaccine being developed at Oxford University.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, though, says it's a bad idea to rush out a vaccine before it's fully tested. Charlie D'Agata got an exclusive look inside a lab that's working on a method to produce up to 3 billion doses of a vaccine.
Swirling around in these flasks may be the world's greatest hope in bringing an end to the pandemic, the very Oxford vaccine itself. The Paul Corporation lab looks like a cross between an industrial kitchen and an operating room, where bioreactors share space with monkey wrenches.
So this is
The masks and gowns are less about our protection than us contaminating the facility. When its Oxford University vaccine began to show promise earlier this year, drug giant AstraZeneca approached Director of Strategy Clive Glover with a challenge.
So the initial challenge was to make a process that could be used to make millions of doses in a single batch.
Millions.
Millions of doses in a single batch, which could then be repeated.
The eyes of the world have been fixed on the science behind the Oxford vaccine and whether it works. But it wouldn't go anywhere without this, the hardware. Glover told us the process of developing a system to scale up like this usually takes years. They came up with this blueprint within 8 weeks. In all of your years, you've never seen anything like this.
No, there's no question that the speed with which we worked on this process is unprecedented.
A small starter batch of the vaccine is multiplied in this bioreactor until it produces millions of infected cells. Those cells are then broken down, the vaccine is isolated, and the rest of the system is essentially just a series of filters that remove cell debris and suspect contaminants.
This is a classic engineering problem. How do you take your mother's favorite cookie recipe and make it exactly the same way thousands and millions of times?
This equipment gets shipped out to manufacturers throughout the world. There is no time to spare and zero margin for error. The Oxford vaccine is one of several leading candidates, including Moderna and Pfizer-BioNTech. Russia's vaccine has skipped large-scale phase 3 testing, offering inoculation to anyone who chooses to have one. Of course, Glover's gunning for the Oxford vaccine, and he's put more than his reputation on the line. He's taken part in the trial himself.
What has been very gratifying about this process is to be so closely engaged as both an end user and as involved with the manufacturing.
Well, you don't get more personally engaged than that.
You don't get more personally engaged.
The director of the Oxford vaccine said it's just possible they may have enough data to present to regulators this year. As for AstraZeneca, they told us they haven't held any discussions about fast-tracking this vaccine with anybody. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, London.
That is fascinating.
It is.
As UW-Madison students return to the dorms starting today, local officials are concerned about the spread of COVID-19 on campus.
We'll talk to UW Health's coronavirus expert, Dr. Jeff Potoff, about the risks of opening up the UW campus. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Go get your stuff.
Let summer Let's dine out by truly dining out. Let's serve up the freshest of food with a side of fresh air. And save a little money without sacrificing the savory. Let's raise our tongs to tasty by introducing our grills to new thrills. And make mouths water more than a backyard slip and slide. Let's live a little more by having another s'more. Because summer is here, and no one does summer savings like Festival Foods.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our communities.
As you look forward to the future, Tennyson Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
Bad sleep.
Oh, the worst.
You know, there's really no excuse for bad sleep. During the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or to celebrate our newest arrival, come in and test out the outrageously comfortable Casper mattress. Check out the Summit Queen, only $189.99. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. The Labor Day sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan or for checkups only. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call or go to sendinfokit.com to get your free information kit. Call now.
We are, of course, watching the traffic on this Tuesday afternoon, seeing a couple of backups eastbound on the Beltline. Once you start to get past Park Street, that's where things are certainly moving just a little bit slower for us. But you know what? Once you get towards Southtown Drive by the Walmart there, things begin to clear up. So that is certainly some good news. Of course, you're starting to see those backups around Fish Hatchery as well. Most speeds on the Beltline are moving around 60 to 65 miles per hour, but we do have one area where it's slowing down to 16. So if you're headed eastbound, do be prepared for at least a couple of delays there. Also some delays outbound on Park Street as it begins to intersect with Fish Hatchery as well. Here's the other routes cruising along at most of their posted speeds, but we are seeing delays on the Beltline from Verona Road to John Nolan. That'll take you about 8 minutes.
All right. Thank you, Chris. All you veteran golfers may want to look away. This is 4-year-old Rocco, and he just shot a hole in one.
You're kidding me.
His dad said Rocco's been practicing since he was 3, which doesn't necessarily explain the inexplicable ace shot. Dad shared the amazing video online. Of course, it went completely viral.
He's 4 years old?
He's been practicing for a whole year.
Oh, that's going to be a great video when he's in high school.
Lucky he's got that video to prove it. Well, thousands of UW students move into campus housing today amid the pandemic.
A large group of city and county leaders are sounding the alarm in a letter they wrote to Chancellor Blank about what they're calling an inevitable COVID outbreak on campus. Earlier today, we talked to UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff about that and other coronavirus-related topics.
Yeah, I heard that some concerns were raised, and you know, I think it's
it's legitimate to have concerns about how this is going to work, where we bring all these kids back into the dorms. When we look at the plans, there are measures in place that are based in the science of this disease. They're doing frequent testing. They're trying to promote distancing. They're not having, completely in-person classes. So there's a lot of things going right. But I think as we look across the country, I can understand how community leaders would be concerned because we keep seeing schools reopen and within a short period of time have high level of cases. So I think the concern is real, and I think we'll have to be very quick to address any cases that start to pop up on the campus this fall or, in a couple weeks.
So they're going to do a lot of testing, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think frequent testing is one of the big things you can do so that you can identify cases before it starts to spread too quickly. And, there's robust testing within the dormitories. I think also some attention on getting people to volunteer who are not living on the campus property to also get tested. There's a lot of students who live off campus that we'd want to know what's going on with them and do they have the disease. But testing does help you get ahead of the disease a little bit more quickly so that you can identify an outbreak before it gets too big.
There was an interesting story that just broke related to COVID-19 about a 33-year-old man in Hong Kong who has become the first confirmed patient to be infected with coronavirus a second time. Is that a cause for alarm, or is that something you expect to see with a coronavirus like this?
This case is interesting because the thing that they did in this case that we haven't seen in other cases is they were able to do genomic sequencing of the virus. And they know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was two different coronavirus episodes, not the same virus that came back. So we've got a lot of research that's saying people do develop a pretty robust immune response. It looks promising, but cases like this really call into question, how long is that immunity going to last? And if you get it, how long can you expect to not be able to contract COVID again? When we look at other coronaviruses, we see a similar pattern. Immunity develops, but it wanes relatively quickly. So we need more research and more studies. But this is the first case that really does raise that question to a high level. How long does immunity last after you've had COVID-19?
How alarming to you is this case?
I think what this case, not so much alarming, but I think what it might do is poke holes in the idea that if you've had coronavirus at some point, COVID-19 at some point, you don't have to worry that you can't get it again. What we likely would need to see then is that even individuals who have had the virus once may still need to get the vaccine, which hopefully will elicit a stronger and more longer-lasting immune response than maybe just getting the native virus.
But if people have only short-lived immunity from reinfection, what will that mean in terms of the fight to get a vaccine?
Yeah, I mean, it means the fight for the vaccine is even more important. And I think to individuals in the community, if you've already had COVID-19, don't think that you're completely out of the woods. Some of these cases of reinfection raise a legitimate concern that at some point in time, you become susceptible to the virus again. So the vaccine becomes more important, and we need to be more careful after we've had the virus to not think that we got a free pass.
And the FDA now has reversed their decision. They said the plasma treatment is okay.
Yeah, the convalescent plasma, I think we got to be a little bit careful. So the FDA gave emergency use authorization. We have some early reports that show that the plasma is likely safe. We've got some early reports that are showing benefit, but the type of research that's being done right now isn't that really robust research where we would know, beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is working. Although I think it's great that we try to, get treatments out there, we also have to be really careful that these treatments are safe and effective. And typically in medicine, it would take a little more evidence to get an emergency use authorization for treatment like this. So it might be great, but I still think there's a little bit more work that needs to be done so that a large portion of health experts feel that this is a treatment that we can all stand behind and feel is safe and effective.
And this virus is very much still among us, that's for sure.
Yes.
Doctor, thanks for being with us today. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Dr.
Good to see you guys too.
We appreciate your time. Good to see you.
And we have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy nonstop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $346 per month lease on Nissan Rogue.
Wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with your messy gutters anymore? Leave that nasty chore in the rearview mirror with a new Leaf Guard gutter system. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how Leaf Guard's patented design keeps leaves and debris out so you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. And now is the best time to get Leaf Guard. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader. But with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat? Cool Sculpting. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
I like to drive. I used to think I was a pretty good driver.
But now Joe Biden's taken a sharp left turn. Buckle up for his $4 trillion tax hike. Biden's plan raises taxes on small business, reversing the recovery. He's pledged to eliminate blue-collar oil and gas jobs, and analysts estimate stocks would crash up to 25% if Biden takes the wheel, crushing your retirement.
This is just boom.
Hit the brakes on Biden. He'll wreck our economy. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy nonstop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $273 per month lease on Nissan Sentra.
This year, school is going to be full of changes.
What will school be like, and how can we make sure our kids are safe?
We're getting the answers you need to help you prepare.
So keep an eye on News 3 Now this morning and get ready to go back to school.
Programs are really trying to make childcare affordable to parents during this pandemic.
For parents needing to go back to work while their kids are stuck at home for virtual learning, we'll tell you where to find help when hunting for childcare options. Wednesday on News 3 Now this morning.
2 alert days in the forecast as our heat continues. That'll be tomorrow and Thursday. Actual high temperatures will be in the low 90s, but the heat index will be up into the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees. Do we cool off? Of course we do. Eventually, it comes with the cost of showers and thunderstorms, though, but we all need that, so it's a win-win. Temperatures will cool down into the 70s by the weekend with sunshine and low humidity. We'll see another chance of showers and thunderstorms next Monday and next Tuesday. We'll watch that closely to see if we can get some heavy rain around here, and then it's more 70s beyond that.
It's going to be almost autumn-like.
It will be. At least it's going to feel that way compared to how hot it is right now.
Yeah, it's good relief. All right,
yes.
Chris, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, Consumer Reports has some safety advice to consider before you fly amid COVID-19.
And we continue our Concerts on the Square series. This time we're treated to a string quartet. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Comfort Services, buy one air conditioner and get one gas furnace for only $1,000. BOGOs are back, and it's a beautiful thing.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
This simple toolkit assembled in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin will build U.S. Army barracks anywhere in the world. It can change lives too. Just ask Easton. He'll tell you how this job gave him an opportunity to serve the military, make a real difference, and reach his full potential. See for yourself how a career at IBVI changed Ethan's life and see how it can change yours too at ibvican.org.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
In today's Final Touch, here's a challenge for you. Do you think you could go 48 hours completely offline?
Well, a Salt Lake City company is willing to pay you $1,000 to do a 2-day digital detox. If you're interested in overcoming Zoom fatigue, this is a contest that'll pay you to go offline in an RV at one of America's national parks. They won't supply you with the RV, but they will reimburse you for the rental if you win, separate from the $1,000 prize. The